Yeah, I mean, I think, first of all, we've had a good non-conference, but obviously it's a, new test, new challenge when you get to SEC play. And, we're starting off against two really, really good teams on the road against Auburn on Wednesday and then Missouri at home in an early game on Saturday. So we're continuing to try to find out as much as we can about our team. We're, still tinkering with rotations but the guys have done a good job of grasping, our basic concepts and probably just like everybody in the country, we're still trying to figure out exactly who we are and some of our go-to players and go-to plays. It'll be a work in progress for us, especially early on in conference play.
Okay, our first question is from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Eric, I hope you're feeling good. What your status is for the game? Are you going to be able to travel, or kind of where do things stand with that in your testing?
Yeah, I'm hope to know, Bob, tonight at between 5 and 6. I tested it at 7:30 this morning, just waiting on the test results. I think I've taken 5 tests since last week. They've all come back the way that we had hoped and wanted, so I just got to wait on this last test results, and hopefully I'll be able to get together with the team tonight and go through, continue to go through the preparation that the current staff that's been with the guys the last couple of days have been able to, put together for Auburn.
I know you had to miss the game the other day, but what's it been like not being at practice the last couple of days? How do you think that's been going?
Yeah, I mean, it's gone good. I mean, I send the practice plan to the guys to type up, and Coach Patrick and I talk every night. Coach Corey Williams and I talked a lot last night. So it's just constant communication with both the players and with the staff. And I've been texting or calling all of our players every day. So there's been a lot of communication going on. And, I would hope that everybody knows exactly what's to be expected in our game preps. And I know all of our coverages on Auburn sets that we've seen so far on film, and the way we're doing things is the way that we always do things, and the staff's done a great job, and I think the players have done a really good job of staying focused, and that's what you expect if you have a good culture, that no matter who's there, that you do what you're supposed to do, and you do it with great intensity and great enthusiasm.
Okay, thanks, Eric. Good luck on your test.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, next up is Nate Allen of the Nate Allen Sports Service.
Yeah, Eric, how big a concern to have your first road game be your first conference game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, obviously, Nate, we have not gone on the road. I mean, we all know that, so it's going to be a challenge. Auburn's won a lot of games in a row in that building, and we know that they're a really, really well-coached team. They play with great enthusiasm, and so it's a big challenge. We understand that. I'm hopeful that our guys understand it, although there's not been a lot of guys in our locker room that have played SEC road games. So, I get that. And so it's going to be a first-time experience for this group and this coaching staff to go on the road. So a lot of newness that starts, Tuesday when we get on the plane. But everybody's going to be challenged, whether it's a home game or road game in conference play.
Also, did everybody report back healthy after they went home for Christmas?
Yeah, everybody seems to be doing well, and there's no major concerns right now.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Jerry Tipton of the Lexington Herald-Leader.
Eric, as you said, first road game, and if I understand it correctly, first game against a Power 5 conference team. What was your thinking strategy in developing the schedule that you did?
Yeah, Jerry, I think, number one, we had games canceled, Oklahoma in a neutral site game, and then at Tulsa, 2 games that we felt with the short non-conference, would have been good. Obviously, to do a neutral game with limited or no fans did not make sense this year against Oklahoma. And then, we had to scramble when the Tulsa game, because we thought from a strength of schedule standpoint. But the biggest thing that, our number one goal, all the way back to, March, basically, when we started meeting on the schedule and what potentially this season could look like, was how do we get the maximum amount of games in? Because of the time that the student athletes spend on, practice, pre-practice, post-practice, their stuff that they do in the weight room. And so to me, the most important thing was how do we get the maximum amount of games? And we felt by limiting our travel that it would help us. This is an abnormal year, so we scheduled, abnormally from how we have in the past.
And I wonder too, if there was maybe an attempt to instill confidence in the guys. Was
I lost you for a second, Jerry.
I'm sorry. I wondered if part of it was trying to build player confidence.
No, I don't. I think that for us, it really truly was, how do we get, teams to play us that could drive here? I think early on, maybe the first 1 or 2 games, and some of those games were scheduled, well in advance. I'm not sure if it was really confidence as it was us trying to figure out who we are. And again, we just did not want to play 6 games or 5 games. I just felt that, with the staff, that was the one thing that we just kept talking about and discussing was getting the maximum amount of games in. And obviously doesn't matter if you're, a normal student, a student athlete, a coach, a businessman, the more travel you have, the deeper concern. And so I think that really went into our thought process on the schedule.
Thanks. Good luck.
Thanks, Jarrett.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it.